want to give you guys an update for our work camp experience, tell you how it's going and what we're up to. I made a video not long ago that was pretty complainy, and a couple of our subscribers really hated it, and so I took it down and we put up a different video that was less complainy. It was more about the tax structure of the situation rather than who was getting along with who. From the very beginning, Mike has gotten along with the husband half of the management team that's here, but I was having trouble getting along with the wife half, and since I made that video, I've come to find out that none of the women here get along with her. It isn't just me. So that kind of made me feel better. One couple already left and they're not coming back. Another couple is leaving in a couple of weeks and I don't think they're coming back. The third couple, the ones that replaced the first couple that left, they're leaving in April and they're not coming back. In fact, they're going to write kind of a negative review about this place on Yelp. And that's unfortunate that the wife half is so hard to get along with, because the place itself is really popular. It's just pristinely clean. It's in a good area, and still I'm not really thinking I'm comfortable with saying exactly where we're at, because we'd like to speak honestly on YouTube about our work camp situation without identifying exactly where we're at, right? So far, I don't think anybody here that we work with watches this channel or really knows about this channel. They know we do YouTube stuff, but yeah, I'd just rather kind of be able to still talk honestly about our situation. The situation itself is pretty good. The work is cake. It's 6-hour shifts, 4 days a week. The schedule kind of stinks. Only one couple gets all of their days together and all the same shift. Everybody else is just kind of patchworked in. And that kind of stinks a little. We'd like to have our 4 days on and 4 days off consecutively, right? And all the same shift would be nice too. But so far that hasn't happened. I really can't figure out why, but sometimes we get our 3 days off altogether, and that's awesome because there's some really fantastic things to go do and see around our area. We love Arizona and decided to stay. Yeah, it's just nice. It's nice to be out of the rain. And it's nice to be in the sunshine. We're at a fairly high altitude right here, so this summer shouldn't be quite as unbearably hot as many areas of Arizona. And we've scoped out some really neat boondocking opportunities around this area, and that will be the next video, is our boondocking in a nearby well, I don't want to say. I don't want to say. I'll just surprise you. But that's it. It's going well. We decided to stay. We registered our little truck in Arizona, and we'll be getting our Arizona driver's licenses pretty soon. It turns out that it cost us way less to register our little truck here in Arizona than it does in Oregon. In Oregon, it would have cost us like $129, and here in Arizona, it cost us $23. That's a big difference. Also, our driver's licenses from when we lived here 15 years ago are still good. They're still good till like 2025, and so we're going to go back to the DMV and get our Arizona driver's licenses reinstated, and that's only going to cost us $10 a piece. So, we just kind of like the financial benefits of being here. If your bills are pretty low, you'll have a good time in Arizona. If you have a lot of payments to make, on things, it's not going to be that great because there's not a lot of money to be made in Arizona, and that's any job, not just work camping. It's a right to work state, and a right to work sounds great, but that's not what right to work means. It is only actually great for a couple of industries. That would be like stock trading and things like that. But what it does essentially is allow employers to pay people less than minimum wage here. And it doesn't seem like that would be a legal thing to do, but in fact that's Arizona's loophole of how to pay people way less. In fact, when we lived here 15 years ago, waitresses only got paid about $2 an hour because their boss could justify it, saying that, well, tips make up the rest of it, right? And that's just one example. Mike is a very skilled, versatile journeyman welder, and at the time he was only making like $8 an hour. That's pretty much why we returned to Oregon. We just couldn't raise a family here. But this is a different situation. We don't have a payment to make on any of our stuff, and it's just our phone bill and groceries and our insurance is all the bills that we have. So this is working out pretty good for us. Now, we had planned on giving notice and going someplace else. And so I had applied for some jobs in about 3 other places. And we were offered those jobs. There was a couple in the Sierra Nevadas nearby, and that was, I think, we just felt like that was going to be fantastic. And then also over in the Redwood area of California. But ultimately, we decided to stay here. We love the sunshine and the dryness of the desert. And the work here, it really is just cake. It's not very hard. The maintenance Mike has to do is not very difficult, and the reservation and store job here are not very hard. It gets busy sometimes where, there'll be a line of people in the little store, the phone's ringing off the hook, and people are trying to check in, and other people are trying to buy things, and there's people wanting propane, and it can get a little hectic, right? But I just treat it like I did when I did taxes professionally. You just can't look at the line. You just have to focus on the person that you're working with there, and sometimes don't answer the phone, or sometimes just take a name and number and call back, and then you can get everything done, right? So it's just a matter of when it starts off and just staying calm. But I've learned the software a lot better now. It's called Campground Manager, and I think I've been told that it's the easiest software for reservations, but I can't imagine that it's the easiest software. It's not very intuitive. It has a lot of extra steps, like you have to continuously put in your initials for everything. You can't even go from point of sale to reservations without re-entering your initials. In fact, in reservations, you can't go from one of the reservation windows to another without re-entering your initials, and that's just one example. But I've learned it better, and I can do it well and quickly, and Mike is having pretty good time doing the stuff he's doing outdoors. He's had a good time since we've been here. It was just neither one of us were happy with the tax structure or the fact that the office job wasn't going that well because of the crankiness of the management team that works in the office, the wife, right? I don't like working around cranky people. This is a campground where people are supposed to have fun and I get along with the older clientele here, and I get along with the locals that come into the grocery store. And for me, it's been fun. I just like it. But the management team themselves doesn't really like Arizona. They're from back east somewhere. And I can understand that. If you don't like where you're at, and if you're overworked, maybe you're going to be cranky. Maybe you're going to want the people that work there to learn their job a lot faster so that you can have some time off. And I get it, it happens. So it's going well for us. We're going to stay, and we can't wait till our next video. It's a really cool boondocking experience we just scoped out yesterday. It's going to be fun. So there it is. There is our work camping experience, our situation, and welcome to Arizona.